Something that sounds so scary brings so much joy. Welcome
Hi.
to the Throga channel. We're recording. Surprise.
Never know what you're going to do. Never know what you're going to do.
I am in charge of the buttons. Today, I'm very, very pleased to inform you, Johnny, as well as our viewers who have already seen the thumbnail, we are reacting to Otto. It has been
Oh, yes.
months. I think it was
It's
like
been months.
summer. We got backed up on so many artists. We did not forget about her. So I'm very excited to come circle back finally. This song is Usseewa. Let me
Is that
spell
the
it for you.
exact pronunciation?
Ussesseewa.
Usseewa? Usseewa?
It's also possible that the English spelling that I have has nothing to do with the actual name of the song in Japanese. There's that. Please correct us if I'm wrong. That's the title I have, and hopefully that is the song we're actually going to listen to, which I'm very excited about because we miss her. So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do that. But before we do, if you could be so kind as to hit like, subscribe, and is that how you pronounce that?
Like it.
Like and subscribe and ring that bell.
And if you'd like to view this professional channel as a comedy act, please support this page with a coffee, 3 or 5, so we can continue to do reactions such as this. Even consider becoming a Thrill Name member for all sorts of added perks, including exclusive reactions to artists that you choose. Our Thrill Name members pick which shorts we react to, which is a lot of fun. All exclusive shorts, I should say. And we need to add Otto to that list as well. While you're there, you can also check out our shop if you're interested in online songwriting lessons with Johnny or singing lessons with myself.
What a tragedy for all of our viewers, for all the times that we used to cut those precious moments where we mess up. Now you get to enjoy them with us. So
yes, you're part of the family now. Wow, she went right into it. You froze, and your facial expression is like, huh?
Well, that's a good one to freeze on.
Well, I'm going to start over.
Oh my gosh. No wasted time.
The circus that is her brain that comes out in these chord structures, these conflicting overtones, and then her edge in her voice. There's so much happening.
Oh,
right, I'm gonna start over.
Okay. Listen, I love dynamics. I love song evolution. I love melody. I love a nice, beautiful backing. But screw all that stuff. I am here for this. Sometimes I just love getting bashed over the head, just right from the 3rd second. It's just this nonstop.
She abandons everything your pop mind has ever been trained
And I love it.
to adored. Okay, vocally, again, her range is super cool. Her textures that she throws out in a single breath. And that last phrase, she's got clear moments. Then she uses glottal shocks where the folds are bursted open. Then she has a little bit of a distortion where the larynx is lifted up and the just the cavity of the space, the vocal tract squeezes in a little bit and that distorts, gives some overtone. But then she also introduces her false folds, which is it's just above the true folds. They kind of come down to like hold your breath. They kind of lock down. It's designed as a pressure relief valve. And she uses it musically here where it adds a growl texture. I'm just going to back it up. Clear. That voice. So that's the false folds. Yeah. But she also has chest voice and head voice. She does a cry where her vocal fold, like it's basically a yodel where the vocal folds go from thick to thin. Any 5-second segment, like a slice of this song, is like, here's 12 different things you could do with your voice. It's just awesome.
I mean, who does this? Who sounds like this? Nobody. I love how unique she is. I mean, you got some metal artists, and in this case, female metal artists. I mean, they're out there. You know, there's like that hardcore kind of screamo thing, but she does that plus just a whole bunch. I don't even know how to categorize her. It's you can't really pin her down into any genre. No. But you know, and they're the sort of mode she's in is. Really,
and I know she writes her own music. Can you guys fill us in as to what that process is? Has she discussed that? Like, is she at the piano and the guitar? Is she working with different musicians in terms of like laying down, the tracks versus, I know she has the lyrics and melody. Fill us in. I'm super curious about that. Or maybe there's a video on how she goes about writing. That would be awesome to watch.
Yeah, because that's a really good thing to bring up because it's, it's not your typical, singing a melody. It's like, right. But it's very heavily riff oriented and the melody she's using.
Yeah, but where does that come from? Maybe she does what Michael Jackson did. Maybe she just like mouths the line and then someone else lays it. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be really fascinating to get some insight into that.
All right, let's keep going here. How can something that sounds so scary bring so much joy?
I know.
Even her fans, at first I'm just like, I really hope what she's singing about and me laughing isn't disrespectful in any way. Because I don't know what the song's about. She may be something very dark and serious, and my apologies, but it brings me joy. And I'm glad to see other audience members there are also smiling, screaming along with her.
No, I do the same thing. I usually laugh when something shocks me or I'm a little anxious or a little scared.
Right. Well, we had that critique when we first listened to Dimash and Story of One Sky. It's like, that is a beautiful, epic, amazing, thought-provoking and sentimental and powerful lyric and intention. We're just like, wee! Because we were just so musically high.
Yes,
from
exactly. No,
from
it's
the
something
sonic
really
drug taking in that we didn't mean offense to it. But yeah, that
definitely a
first
sign
listen,
of flattery for sure.
it is exactly. I just want to be clear that
Yes.
that is why we're so happy listening to this. But
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to continue. These musicians are amazing.
I'm just going nuts.
God,
There's
yeah,
something so cathartic about stuff like this. It's just, and I think, I'm not going to speak for the audience, but for me, it's just so freeing. Like I said, this isn't necessarily my typical style of music that I listen to or I
sure.
write. But there is, I mean, the expressiveness, and it's just this total, like, I'm just going to get it all out, all of my emotions. And it's a permission slip for the audience, for the listener to kind of have the same thing. I mean, and if I wasn't
Beautifully
on
put.
camera, maybe I would thrash out a little bit more, which feels good. Sometimes you just got to get the thrash out,
Yes.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Oh, I love that. I want to point out too, her stylistic whiplash is the best way I think I could describe it. And we've heard this with other singers like Ginger, for example, Tatiana, like just like growl to clear tone, and there's amazing artists that do this.
Yeah.
I can't think of offhand anyone else who does it in a single breath that often. I mean, we're talking from one syllable to another, from scream to clear to with a little bit of a grit. I mean, she's changing textures constantly. This last phrase right here is insane. Scream. And there's so much tension there.
Love it.
She goes from tension to just a relaxed tone. And that's one of the hardest things to do as a rock singer, because that's my background is, Broadway and like 90s metal style. And to go from a gritty sound, you've got literally this blood rush to the muscles. Everything's like tense and a little swollen by design to create that sound. And then to go immediately to a clear tone, you have to relax instantly. So it's tension, release. And it's hard to do because of the blood flow and because of how naturally the living cell tissue responds to that stimulation. It's hard to literally let go and release from one second to another. I'm going to see if I can match your face. There you go. No, but it's such a difficult thing to let go that quickly, that efficiently. And she's still a kid, isn't she? She's like 20 or something.
She's not much more than early 20s, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
She's so cool. And she's such a mystery too, because you just never see her. You never see her face.
I love it.
I like that. Like I love that aspect about. So Tool is another band where the singer, he's not like totally in shadow, but he's
right.
He makes sure he's in the back of the stage, and he's not the forefront by any means.
But it's not. It doesn't feel gimmicky like Kiss.
I liken her to Kiss for sure. I think they're.
she does just like Paul and Gene.
Like
Yes.
Definitely a Kiss vibe.
I think there is a strategy there that's smart and also allows her to have a normal life on some level, which is awesome and really, as much as people covet being famous, it's difficult.
The downside.
Yeah. So mysteriousness you're talking about adds to the whole drama of it all, which is great, but it doesn't feel commercialized like the makeup and things like that. It's almost like a byproduct of a wise decision as opposed to how can I trick people and make more money. You just don't get any sense of that from her at all.
No, there's authenticity to that for sure.
All right.
Love it.
Where do we go next? We promise not to wait this long. Like we did the last time. Thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, your comments, all of that. And thank you for joining us today. Have a good one.
Thank you guys. See ya.